And welcome to a Tuesday edition of Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is a beautiful morning out. The sun is out. Did you watch the lunar eclipse last night? Oh, come on.
I don't think you can really hear me very well,
Yeah.
can you? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't hear me.
Did you
no,
watch-
I did not.
I knew it was out there, but
You didn't go out and watch it?
No.
I didn't even know it was happening.
They said some kind of lunar eclipse was happening. Maybe it's in Africa is when you can see it. I don't know.
Those details, I was not privy to, I guess.
You know, I've been outside and watched meteor showers.
Yes.
And if you can go out every night and see those, there's not going to be a whole lot. But sometimes there's more than normal.
Yeah.
You think about how well we are protected on this planet.
From things such as that?
The atmosphere, keeps big objects from killing
Plummeting
us.
to us?
Yeah. I mean, some of them get through, but
right.
It's just amazing. All the...
Like a big asteroid that just doesn't come all,
Yeah. One day we may have to face that.
Maybe.
And we all get big long sticks and push it out of the way as it comes by.
Is that what we do?
Yeah.
You don't think they'll burn up?
I hope so. Hope it burns up.
I mean the stick. The stick you're pushing with. You need to check because your thing fell off.
Oh.
Your camera fell off earlier. I'm just saying. I tried to fix it.
Well, I'm going to get some big 16 penny nails and nail those to the...
It won't do any good. It won't do any good. It'll be screwed up. Guarantee.
Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, we are very protected.
we are protected, yeah.
Do you think that's God's plan?
Probably.
Just saying.
They ask AI about if the world was created or did it just happen?
Right.
And it said it had to have been a creator.
There you go. Did I tell you about the thing I read on eggshells? I shared it on my Facebook page. And it was about how for the eggshell to not leak, yet be able to take in oxygen to nourish the chick.
No.
Yes.
Huh?
If you don't believe in a higher power, I would invite you to go to...
So you're telling me that an eggshell there's nothing that can get inside except air? How does that work?
Okay, wait. The semi-porous eggshell where oxygen can come in without letting the valuable contents inside leak out. The shell has 7,000 pores of ideal size and location to allow oxygen to enter and carbon dioxide to exit. If the pores were larger or smaller or wrongly spaced, the effectiveness of the whole system deteriorates and the chick dies. Tell me there's not
It's
a God.
amazing.
That's just what I say.
I've never heard that before.
I read that the other day, and I was like, that is pretty, and I'm sure if you research other things that are something we take for granted, like an eggshell or whatever, that you'll find I give it to God that, that in his
it's all by design.
In his perfect plan.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, you look at the atmosphere. There's several layers of atmosphere, and they all protect us, like the from the UV rays. I mean, if it wasn't for some of the I don't want to throw a claw, but you could go outside and just literally just burn up from radiation.
Right.
So it's all amazing.
It's all very intricate and planned to work together.
So many billions of stars, and around those stars are planets.
Right.
And how many other life-sustaining planets can there be?
I don't know. Who am I
and
to say?
Are there people there?
I don't know.
Do they?
What's to make me think that I'm the only human or the only being?
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe I don't know what they call.
And I wonder if they wear belts.
What?
Well, I mean, you think of the progression of starting from a Neanderthal man or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you go from the cave to putting animal skins on, and then somebody decides to make a belt to hold all. I mean, is that the thinking in other planets, or do they have something to? That's just amazing to me.
Did they have anybody look like Jethro with his rope belt and his jeans? I don't know.
Do they have television? Do they have classic TV?
I don't know. I don't know. I did read something where weren't some of the planets supposed to be aligned in perfect alignment? Was that last night?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I think it was something to do with the moon. Some eclipse.
Yeah, everything for you happens to do with the moon. No, I don't know. I don't know that. I'm just spitballing here.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what you said, but Bill Boswell said, "Right on, Dan."
Right
Whatever
on?
it was,
Whatever.
right on.
Well, he I probably came to the end of a sentence and he said, "Right on."
Probably.
Yeah, it's time for him to shut up.
Oh, Dan. Dan, that was just
What?
rude. Sorry,
No, I'm
Bill.
talking about me. It's time.
Oh,
He's probably
it's time for
thinking
Dan
Dan
to
to
shut
shut up.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
talking about other things, the sun. It's going to be sunny today, high near 48 degrees. Wind chills values are going to be down to 18.
Ooh.
If the wind starts blowing, it could get up to 15 miles per hour in gusties. What am I saying?
What are you talking?
Tonight, increasing clouds with a low around 23 degrees.
The old Gusties.
Yeah, the old gusties. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with gradually becoming sunny. High near 43. Overnight low is 30. And then looks like Thursday. What do you think?
Would be sunny with a high of 52 Thursday night, clear with a low of 33. So we've got a little warming trend going on here. Friday, a 20% chance of showers,
Wow.
mostly sunny with a high of 53 again. And Friday night, a 20% chance of showers with a low of 33. Now, I've read extended forecasts saying, yeah, we might get more weather. Well, obviously at this point, we're not necessarily looking at that. Saturday's partly sunny with a high of 43. Saturday night, mostly cloudy, low of 19. And Sunday is high of 28. Sunday night, low of 9. And then Martin Luther King Day, which is next Monday, is a high of 23.
Okay. So I think we are deep set into winter weather. Is
It's
the way
winter
it looks.
weather.
Yeah.
And y'all know how I feel about that, right?
You don't like winter weather.
I don't like to be cold. I don't like the cold. I don't, if it snows and it's 70 degrees, 80 degrees, I'll be good.
Sure.
Not how it works, but okay.
I think it'd be nice to live in a climate where it's 75 degrees every day.
Darn tootin'.
Rain
Move me there.
Rains every day, but just
No.
okay. Enough that's where you can still walk out in it and you just feel a little bit of. It's the way it was in San Diego. I was there once and went outside. Sun was nice outside. It was 75, 76 degrees, and then all of a sudden a little light rain came, and it lasted for 3 minutes and.
Gone.
But it wasn't heavy rain. It was just enough.
But then it's awfully humid, like in tropics. It's like really humid after that happens. But I'll take that.
You take it.
I take it, man.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. This week's topic to ponders have been talking about the fires in California. So we're going to
dive in.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
I'm doing it now.
Okay.
Do you think the emergency entities were adequately prepared to fight the California fires? No.
Yeah.
Well, if there's stuff that's empty, then no.
Okay.
Like, weren't there fire hydrants that didn't have anything in them?
Yeah,
and
they
there
were
was
saying that.
reservoirs that didn't have anything in them.
Yeah.
To me, that's a hard no. They did not.
Well, I would say that if everybody turned on their water here in town, the pressure would be low.
Very low.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about water hydrant. I know that there's a 6 or 8 inch pipe that goes to. I mean, they're pretty big, so they let out a bunch.
So perhaps even if they were using some of them may not have enough pressure to be able to function correctly. So that would not necessarily be like the administration problem. You know what I mean?
Well, but they're supposed to have reservoirs. I mean,
to be able to
dry area, and they have these big. I don't call them ponds, but they're bigger than ponds.
Right.
But they have reservoirs. Well, I think that they said that they were all drained. They were all empty for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know all the details on that.
And then the state, I think, I heard a story where they were dismantling a lot of the dams, which creates reservoirs.
Right.
To protect some kind of fish. I think
it's environmental, right? I mean, it's for the environment that they're doing that. But look what the environment has now done in an act of nature that has burned up so much of California.
But here's my thought: if there is not enough emergency services to support something like that. Now they've got the Santa Ana winds, and they've got the brush fire, the season where there's a lot of brush fires. If you are living in an area where there's not enough emergency services to adequately protect the people that are there, then people should be restricted to not move into those areas.
Right.
Or
it's a failure waiting to happen.
They should drop the population. Because if you can't protect me, then you should have restrictions on how many people can come in. So I don't know.
I don't know either, but it on the surface it appears that the answer is no, but I don't know all the details.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait and see. We'll see if they come up with some good answers to adequately tell us that it was no one's fault but the fire's fault.
I actually think that we will know more as time goes on, was one of our responses, and I agree with that totally.
Yeah. Our today's topic to ponder: do you think the emergency entities were adequately prepared to fight the California fires?
Okay.
And then we will find out more about that.
You'll find out more about that, people. Yeah, we will.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
It'll be called Today because it will equip the man or woman or kid at home to know more about the world they're going out and the day they're going to face than's ever been possible before.
73 years ago, NBC's Today Show premiered with Dave Garroway as communicator. It was a new type of broadcast that Garroway had to explain.
Oh, okay. And that was in 1952.
Yeah.
I don't watch the Today Show anymore.
I don't either.
It's changed so much.
Well, we're here.
Well, no,
but yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't either. I haven't watched it for some time.
Yeah, I think it's changed to I don't know.
It doesn't appeal to me anymore.
Yeah, it's not appealing anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we know so much. We're on our phones.
Maybe
we
you're
know
getting
everything.
your information.
We know everything. We don't need to know.
We're getting all our information
more.
from Facebook. That's all we need, along with our medical diagnosis. Which, if that's what you're doing, I would suggest you don't. Excuse me.
And I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
Okay. He was adamant about that. 1963, 62 years ago today, George Wallace was sworn in as governor of Alabama. His speech included strong support for the continuation of segregation, a view Wallace disowned later. Yeah. You know, he was shot. He's running for president. He was in a crowd of people, and he got shot. And I'm sure that his views were too radical for a lot of people back then.
So we just shoot them.
Yeah.
So we just shoot the people that we don't like.
That's what happens.
I support the Democratic platform call for making his birthday a national holiday, and I will work for it.
46 years ago, that was 1979, during an Atlanta speech, President Carter threw his weight behind a move to honor Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah.
William Jefferson Clinton, by such conduct, warrants impeachment and trial and removal from office.
Oh, my gosh, another president impeached? This was back in 1999, 26 years ago. Opened statements began in the impeachment of President Clinton. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Henry Hyde led the House team prosecuting Mr. Clinton. Hyde actually spoke on January the 16th.
If you convict and remove President Clinton on the basis of these allegations, no president of the United States will ever be safe from impeachment again.
Well, we all know how that plays out. 26 years ago, that would be 1999, opening statements began in the impeachment trial of President Clinton. The White House began its defense 5 days later. Lawyer Greg Craig said the perjury and obstruction of justice charges against the president were very flimsy. Craig actually spoke on the 20th.
Yeah. You know, just because someone's impeached doesn't mean that they're really impeached. It's just
they're accused.
They're accused.
I was a soldier, and if I did wrong, here I am.
Any regrets?
No, ma'am.
In 2005, 20 years ago, Army Specialist Charles Grainer, the reputed ringleader of a band of rogue guards at the I know Bill
I don't know how to say it.
would correct me on this one, but it's Garib prison, was convicted at Fort Hood, Texas, of abusing Iraqi detainees. Grainer maintained he was only following orders, and he probably was.
He probably was,
Yeah.
but he still did whatever the dirty deed was.
Yeah, he was
It
sentenced.
says he was.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it says he was sentenced to 10 years in prison the following day,
Yeah.
so obviously something.
Yeah.
I made my decisions. They are my mistake. And I am sitting here today to acknowledge that and to say I'm sorry for that.
12 years ago, Lance Armstrong ended a decade of denial by confessing to Oprah Winfrey that he'd used performance-enhancing drugs to win the Tour de France. That just kind of, when they get found out, they get found out. And your whole opinion of this pedestal that you may have put a person on.
Yeah, for
gets
him
knocked
especially.
out. Well, he won the Tour de France how many times?
How
But
many
he cheated.
How many athletes, though,
They cheat.
do performance-enhancing
Oh, I'm
drugs?
sure there's a lot more than you ever know about.
May not be specifically, an injected steroid, but it could be, a herb or something like that that does the same thing.
Oh, Herb.
Oh, Herb.
Oh, Herb the herb.
Herb the herb. Okay, the next one here. This one I'll have to read. Yes. This is a birthday cut. Singer Jack Jones was born on January 14th, 1938. He's 86 today. Among his hits, the theme from The Love Boat.
The Love Boat.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want conventional programming on this network. I want counterculture. I want anti-establishment.
Actress Faye Dunaway was born this day in 1941, 84 years ago. She won a Best Actress Oscar for her role in Network.
Okay. And then another birthday cut. Everyone knows who this is. LL Cool J. He's an actor and a rapper. He was born on this day in 1968. He's 57 today.
Okay.
People who drive trucks full of cash onto scales to weigh it because there's too much to count, they don't exactly have a code of ethics that they adhere to. We're not going to the police.
Actor Jason Bateman was born on this day in 1969. He's 56. His credits include Marty Bird in Ozark.
Have you seen that series?
Watched, oh yeah.
Oh my
times.
gosh. Ooh. His character is like, how could a normal human being be placed in those situations and not lose your mind?
Dude.
He played it well, that's for sure. Okay, and the next one here is another birthday cut. Foo Fighters lead singer Dave Grohl was born on this day in 1969, 56 years old today, and one of their hits was called Learn to Fly. And you can have the last one.
My name is Barry Allen.
Thanks, Dan.
And I am the fastest man alive.
Actor Grant Gustin was born this day in 1990. He's 35. He is best known for playing Barry Allen, a.k.a. The Flash, in the CW series of the same name.
Okay.
And those are your Today in History.
Okay. We're going to take a break. We have our
the
scheduled
owner,
guest.
Yes, we have the owner of Venue 121, and I'm not going to say her name.
Oh.
Because I'm afraid
it's a mystery?
Well, we'll let
it's
her
secret?
say it because I'm afraid I'm not pronouncing it correctly. But we will find out and we will introduce you to her after the break.
She's leaving.
She is not.
No, okay. Just kidding.
I think it's Acacia, but I'm hoping that's correct.
Yeah, we'll find out.
out.
We'll get the scoop on that one, and everybody will be aware by the time the interview is over. Stick around, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Facebook and Hometown TV, channel 26.1.
And welcome back to Around the Table. I'm going to let Ann introduce the guest because this is her specialty.
It is.
It is. Yes. Finding unusual guests for the show.
And I mean, I get a lot of information off of Facebook because there's a plethora of things there, except sometimes during January it's a little sketchy because people aren't, doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have been to Venue 121 for an event, and it was absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
And I loved it. And I was introduced to Acacia briefly, and I decided at that point that she would be a great guest to come on and talk about Venue 121. But this is Acacia Johnson, and thank you and welcome to the show today. We're glad you're here.
Thank you so much for having me.
And you purchased that building, I guess, or did you know? How did all that come into play as far as what you knew you wanted to do with it and that type of, just a little bit of history there?
So my favorite thing is old buildings.
Okay.
I absolutely love old historical buildings. I think that they are just a gem. They're a rare gem, and they just have this natural beauty about them. So when I walked in and I saw it, I was like, I have to have this building.
Wow.
Yeah,
You knew.
I knew. I was like, this is my building. This place is beautiful.
Wow.
We did.
Did you have in mind to put a business there?
Well, yes. There was already a venue space there.
Okay.
But we added a lot of extra stuff in the back area. So basically, we had to renovate quite a bit in the back area. And then we also did some renovations up top. There's a nice little studio apartment up there.
Oh, okay. Up in the upstairs part.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
I always thought that would be nice to own a business and then live upstairs.
Yeah, it's a really cool place.
Yeah, okay.
It's just a really unique
Do
building.
you know the history of the building as far as who was in it before you and before them and before them and?
Well, I know at one point it was the Daisy shop.
It was the Daisy shop.
Prior to that, I mean, we saw. So when we cleaned out underneath the building, there was all of these old like electrical equipment boxes and like vintage light bulbs.
Oh,
and
wow.
Really cool stuff. And so I think at one point it was like some sort of electrical company or something. But I could
That'd be
wrong.
interesting to find out. The library or the museum would probably know.
Well, the building is. The building. Does it have a downstairs too?
It does.
Is the entrance from the outside or is it from the inside?
It's from the inside.
Oh, it's from the inside. Okay.
Wow.
The building south of you, your neighbor there, the downstairs area. The first job I ever had was in that basement when I moved to Harrison back in 1974. Wow. That's 75, and it was a photography studio.
Yeah.
And above the building above that, your neighbor was it was a photographic shop where you could buy film, and they did processing, and that was a big thing back then. I mean, you couldn't just get on your phone and take a picture and then print it out. There's none of that.
Right.
But anyway, that's my history.
Just a little history of that building.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But you rent the Venue 121 for all sorts of events, correct?
Yeah, we've had everything. Every event you could possibly think of.
Like you've even had a wedding there not too long ago, maybe? An actual, and I want to point out, tell us a little bit about what is in the venue. If people want to come, if they're interested in renting a venue, then why come to Venue 121, I guess?
We have everything. Anything you could possibly think of for an event.
You have decor
we have 2 rooms just stacked full of decorations.
And there's plates, and I mean there's those types of things that people can use, correct?
Everything.
Well,
Tablecloths, tables, chairs. Yes.
So if you want to do like a themed birthday party, something like that, you have costumes and.
You could. Oh,
or
no,
you could bring your own
I
costumes.
don't think we have.
Yeah.
We actually do have an Easter Bunny costume.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can be an Easter Bunny. You'd have to bring your own costume, but like the decor and and that type of stuff is all there. But one thing I noticed too when my daughter-in-law's baby shower was there, and we hung stuff from the lights. That they were very open to. You can move the furniture and to make it suitable for whatever your event is.
Absolutely.
And I wasn't sure if that would be a doable thing or not, but it is.
Yeah, we have an all-day rental option, and people can come in and make it their own. They can rearrange furniture, they can hang things, move things, however they want to do it for their specific event.
But you can also rent it for less amount of time too, correct? Not just a daily.
It's a 2-hour minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can and is Jessie, how do people contact you to be able to book the venue and find out the schedule?
So Jessie is my right-hand person. Venue would not function without Jessie. Jessie is the person that basically manages and runs and supervises the whole thing and all things venue. And she is a rock star with all of that stuff. And so, she has a lot of things that she advertises on Facebook.
Yes. So she's your social media person.
That too.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can reach out to Jessie on Facebook, and she can get everything set up from start to finish.
You can do that by going to the Venue 121 Facebook page and message that way for sure. So do you have anything you won't do in there? You know what I mean? Is there anything that you wouldn't book that you could think of off the top of your head?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Probably nothing that where you're throwing water or throwing anything gross.
Right.
Maybe not that.
We actually even have a photographer that's coming in this week, and she's doing some really cool, like, boudoir type photos.
Yeah.
So there's a really fancy bathroom that we put in at the venue.
Oh,
and
it's got the tub that's is it a claw? It's claw. No, it's not claw.
It's just a really
it's just a big tub.
Beautiful soaker tub. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And don't you have a place there with even a bed?
Yeah. There's also it's a groom's room, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have this big bathroom, and do you have a bride's area as well for like wedding?
Yes.
Preparation.
So the bathroom that we put in is also the bridal suite.
Okay.
It's just set up really like a really fancy bathroom.
Right.
And there's lots of different vanity spaces where people can get ready. There's tons of mirrors, lots of lighting.
So all your bridesmaids can be in there all together.
Yes.
Okay.
Doing whatever they do to
Exactly.
Okay.
You also have a minimal kitchen. And I say that because it's not a huge washing area.
No, I hope that at some point we're going to expand and put a kitchen out in that back carport. We just haven't been able to do it yet, but that's
busy.
In the future plans. Yeah.
And speaking of that, you can go through the back door and load and unload from the back if need be as well, correct? From the alley behind.
You can.
Have you looked at other places in other areas that do the same thing you do? I just wonder where you got the idea, and is this...
Yeah, how'd you know you wanted to do a venue?
You know?
Well, it was already set up as a venue.
And you didn't have that idea in mind when you bought it?
No, I was going to continue it.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to expand the space. So, like, when I bought it, really the only usable space for the venue was the front area.
Right.
The back area was not really a usable space.
Okay.
And so that was like an additional probably 1,500 square feet back there that we needed to renovate and turn it into like a usable space for the venue.
Okay.
Are you going to do anything with the upstairs?
The upstairs currently has a tenant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to mention that we didn't hear them at all when we were utilizing that space for the event that I was at, and I heard nothing upstairs.
Yeah. Well, they're also very amazing people and very mindful of.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. They know this is your business, and you're like,
Yes.
this isn't your only job, or is it?
It is not.
I thought I saw. I creeped your Facebook page.
No, you're fine. I own a therapy clinic. Called Simple Soul Counseling.
Oh.
Wow. So tell us about that real
night
quick.
and day type of profession.
Yeah. So
if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind at all. So I opened it about 2 years ago, 2.5 actually, and I've got 10 therapists.
Wow.
So we have 10 providers. We do all sorts of different types of therapies. All of my therapists have different modalities and trainings. And I also have a psychiatrist, and so we've got some med management as well.
So yeah, you've got someone who can prescribe
Yes.
medication then.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have Integrated Wellness is also located in our building, and they also prescribe medication. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Where is that
it's been a journey.
located?
303 West Newman.
So you like hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Good gravy.
I'm curious about your.
I've been busy.
I'm curious about your therapy. How many different ones? 20 different therapies?
10.
Oh, 10. I'm sorry.
10 providers.
I added.
You times that by 2.
Yeah. So what would they range? Is it? I don't know. Well, I
Like
don't know.
mental health therapy.
It's
Yeah.
mental health.
and- okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. We have a therapist that sees young children, so
Okay.
like we can actually take any age range.
Wow.
Like from 1 to 100. Like we can take any age range. And we also have different like methods. So we have therapists that do telehealth. We have therapists
Okay.
that do in person. We have therapists that do both. It just
Right.
depends on the client need. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, I didn't expect to dive into that, but hey. Well,
Maybe we should have you come back.
yeah, we should have you come back and maybe talk more in depth about the therapy.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
bring one of your therapists.
That would be
Oh, that
amazing
would
if,
be
you- if
awesome.
you
That'd be
could
nice.
work that
Yeah,
out.
we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, Venue 121 is available for booking. And I say Jesse's last name wrong every time, so say it.
Wahlberg.
Whoa. I said it. I wouldn't have said that. Or Woolbing. 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 You know, she's Carrie's friend.
Okay.
Jessie. But she does all the booking, and you can reach out to her on the Facebook page for Venue 121 and message her, and she will get back to you,
Okay.
and you can work out times, dates, and then you'll.
Are you open for people to just come in and look, or just
Oh,
for
yeah.
an appointment?
And Jesse meets people down there
Oh,
all
okay.
the time.
But they're not
Yeah.
open. Like your door is not open all the time.
No.
You need to make an
You have to
appointment to be able to
call.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Call
can't
her,
just walk
in.
text Jessie, and she'll meet you down there. Yeah.
Right.
You could always go by the display windows and peek in if you wanted to.
Well, we normally have the curtains closed.
Oh.
Dan, what the
I'm
flip?
sorry. I just,
You're just
my different ways of doing things. Sorry.
You're fishing. You're just fishing.
Okay.
Anything else you would like to add before we end our time with you, or just think about booking with us? I guess
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think we probably have the best pricing as far as
Okay.
the event space in our area.
she does have very competitive pricing.
Yeah.
I will say that for
And
sure.
we did that on purpose. We want to be able to offer something that's really nice for people that is also affordable. And
That probably tends to get you more people in the door to be able to book things if your price is competitive, we'll say,
Yes.
or a little less, and that keeps it full, which is the whole point. You want the venue
Yes.
to perpetuate and stay busy.
absolutely.
And I would say that if you've got some ideas in your head that you want a certain event, but you may not feel comfortable talking publicly about it, they could call you and say, "Hey, I'm thinking about this. Can we do this?"
Absolutely.
Or Jesse.
Or Jesse.
I'm going to say Jesse because
That happens all the time.
she's probably doing her
actually.
other stuff, and I don't know. Anyway, I don't have her number to throw out there, but go to the Facebook page is how
Right.
I would. Is there's not a number per se for the venue, correct? You would just have to
it's
contact
either
through.
mine or Jesse's
Okay.
number.
Okay.
And honestly, if people contact me, I refer them directly back to her. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for
being
coming
here.
in.
Of course.
And I'm going to get with you later to book you about the
I would
counseling
love
services.
to. I would love to. That's my passion. And
Wonderful.
So I would love to.
Well,
Cool.
thank
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Yeah, of course.
All right. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll have more stuff for you from around the table with Dan and Ann. We'll be right back. Hey, and welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and what's her name over here?
Really, Dan?
Well,
That's it? That's all I get is what's her name? Oh, what's her name?
You just didn't make an impact on me enough to remember your name.
I've worked with what's her name for a while
what's her
now,
name?
as we were just talking
Never
about.
will forget what's her name.
I think you have. Not really, people. He's all talk. Bunch of crap. You know, yesterday sorry.
I was just going to say all bark and no bite.
Exactly. Yesterday I mentioned something about the the Boone County Community Band starting up. Well, it started last night, but I think they'll be Mondays at 7. But please go to the Boone County Community Band page. What are you looking at?
I was going to move your camera.
Boone County Community something. Boone County Community Band page and find out about their rehearsal schedule. But
okay.
Since
now,
I mentioned it.
This is Robert Phelan's group,
that's his
right?
baby. Yep.
Robert Phelan and...
Wayne Root.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never will forget what's his name.
See how you are?
I'm not good with names. I am not good with names.
Is it worse now that you're older?
No, it's always been that way.
Okay.
I could blame it on old age, but no, I would say I'm blaming it on just not being able to remember names.
Some people would say you don't care about people.
No, it's not that. It's
would.
I'm more interested in knowing about the person than I am what their name is. And that's I probably and I've used techniques where they say, okay, you need to
repeat it back,
repeat their name, and then say it over and over and over in your head, and then I come up with some other person's name later on.
And I blank out on your name anymore. You know, sometimes don't you ever just blank out?
I blank out every now and then on certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what? What?
Exactly.
I'll look at a word and I'll go, what word is that? Was, W-A-S. Oh, that's a word? Oh, okay.
Dan, good grief.
You know, there's a problem with a woman.
What?
That's listed here. It says a woman's breasts won't stop growing, so she's doing OnlyFans. I don't know what that means. We've
talked about OnlyFans, and I don't know a lot about it.
Is it
but
like
I know
it's
a website where people can go and see. They make whoever is on it makes.
Oh, she's
money
making money
with.
Whatever.
I don't know
okay.
how. I don't know how.
Anyway, a woman in I'm going to get you off the hook.
Yeah, please.
A woman in Australia says she now has pee cups.
Pee?
Peas.
Like you go pee in them?
Well, no. Okay. No, this is the size P, like A.
Oh, like a
B,
double D. It's not
double D.
It's
triple
bigger
E.
than a double D. It's
These
a
are
P.
pea cup-sized breasts.
That's bad for your back. I can just tell you.
I can imagine.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's see. And it comes after the letter O, so I mean it's goomongous. Goomongous.
Gigantomania.
She has a rare condition called gigantomastia.
Gigantomastia, maybe.
Gigantomastia. Okay.
That's what I would say.
I said gig. Anyway.
Yeah, you gigged it.
And it's just what it sounds like. Gigantic
breasts.
Which sadly means her breasts will never stop growing.
Wow.
They won't stop.
That's really interesting. I've never heard of that happening.
And that's why she hasn't had surgery, because it'll just grow back, I would wonder.
Wow.
So she decided to lean into it and has an OnlyFans page where she makes pea-sized cash, about $336,000 a year. She needs the money. Her bras cost $200 a piece.
And you probably, if they keep growing, you're going to outgrow them all the time.
That would be
what a terrible thing.
Deal.
You know, I know some ladies with bigger breasts, like they'll have reduction because it's so bad for their back, and it's just very uncomfortable, and you can't find clothes to fit, and yada yada yada.
Well,
but I can't even imagine.
They'll just grow back.
That's just crazy.
Anyway,
wow.
Okay.
Well, poor woman. I feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever paid $125 for a piece of pie?
No, I haven't.
Really?
Felt like I was overpriced, though, in some of the pizzas that I've bought.
A pizza place in England is charging $125 for Hawaiian pizza. Do you like Hawaiian pizza? Pineapple on it?
Yeah, it's okay every now and then. Not every time, though.
I don't like it. Because they don't want you to order it. That's why they're charging that much. I know exactly. The owners don't like pineapple on pizza, so why offer it? That's my thought. Obviously, it's your choice if you want to dine there and fork over an exorbitant amount of money for it. The restaurant has other pizzas on their menu and toppings like garlic whipped tofu. Oh, I'm going to go out and order that one. Not. But the owners say they draw the line at pineapple. Okay, but I'm thinking, why? Okay, stop offering pineapple. If you're gonna charge $125 for it, don't.
I learned a lesson when I was in business. Someone told me, someone that I knew that was in business also, they said, if you want to know how to set your price on your service or your product or whatever, make the price say no.
Like,
meaning,
don't buy it.
If it's too cheap, then if you set the price too cheap, then people won't see that there's any value there.
Okay.
It needs to be based on them saying no, meaning that, but they still need it. If you get to the point where you have to say no, then that's probably the right price to price it at.
Well, I bet they don't spell. I bet they do not sell a lot of $125 pieces of pizza.
Now, this is a good example.
Pineapple.
Mexico is giving people money for their guns. This has been tried several places. The Mexican government is so serious about getting weapons off the street that they're giving out cash to do it. Anonymous drop-off locations are being set up south of the border where gun owners can surrender their firearms. They can get $430 for a revolver, $1,200 for an AK-47, and $1,300 for machine guns. All the weapons will be destroyed. This includes kids, too. If they've got a toy gun, they can trade it in for a different toy.
Wow. Okay.
I guess gun violence is really rampant there.
That's what I hear and read all the time.
Yeah.
A poopy footprint could send a burglar to jail.
A what?
A 20-year-old man was caught burglarizing a home, and cops think he may be responsible for a string of burglaries, and a stinky footprint may have given him away.
Oops.
There's more to the story. He entered a shed through a window, but didn't realize he stepped into dog poop on his way. He left a poop-covered footprint, and that's how cops were able to track him. They matched the crappy shoe prints to his shoes, and he admitted to the burglary.
Track the poop.
He was caught in dead poop.
Oh, boy.
We need to take a break, don't we?
All right, we do.
Okay.
We got more for you from around the table in just a few minutes, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to our last final minutes of Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It's been a nice show.
It's been lovely.
The venue 121.
Yes.
We did a little interview with
Acacia Johnson, the owner.
Yeah.
And that is available for booking.
Yeah.
Message
and if you missed that interview, go back on Facebook when this is finished, and you can listen to that interview.
You know, while we're throwing that out, we like to feature local businesses or people that have interesting jobs and things like that. And we talk about that. But if you're thinking, wow, you know, they talked about Venue 121. Well, I have this venue that I would like to come and talk about. Please hit us up on Around the Table Facebook page.
Yeah.
Just send us a message because we'd be happy to talk to you. We don't like to do chains you know, that's not necessarily our feature. Yeah, or chain stores or chain businesses.
Well, it's not run by the owner.
No,
we want to talk to the owner.
We like to talk to the owners, and we like to know how did you get involved in this? What makes you think and that type of thing. And so
and I know that our media here relies on local advertising, which is totally cool. But we would want you to come in every week and talk about your specials. I mean, you'd probably want to pay for that at some point if it was beneficial to you. But it's always been an invitation from both of us that if you have a business and especially if you're new to the area and you want to get the word out, maybe kickstart your business a little bit, get people to come in, at least see what's going on, then
we're
by
happy
all
to
means,
talk
we'll be
to
glad
you.
to do that for you.
Yeah.
At no charge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk donated Cybertrucks to LA residents for electricity. Had you read that?
I didn't mark it, but I heard about it.
People who bought Cybertrucks in LA are going to have to wait a little bit longer to get them. Elon Musk says the trucks are being donated to local communities to provide power and Wi-Fi to residents affected by the wildfires. Did you know that a Cybertruck can power a home for up to 3 days? I had no idea.
Wow.
Yeah, neither did we. Elon says customers waiting for their trucks will get one by the end of the week. Just have a little grace. He's trying to help.
He's doing it for free.
For people who have lost homes and don't have electricity.
Yeah, I just wonder, what do you do when the battery's
I don't
dead?
know.
You're going to have to charge it somewhere. You're going to have to find a place to charge it.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, let's see. There was one here that I wanted to. We're talking about the fires in California. Rich people in L.A. are hiring their own firefighters.
Wow.
At $2,000 an hour.
Whoa! I guess they have $2,000 an hour to do that.
Billionaires in Los Angeles aren't waiting for the wildfires to be contained. Instead, they're hiring private firefighter companies to keep their houses safe and wet. This can cost upwards of $2,000 an hour, but if the money isn't an issue, who cares, right? I guess so.
I guess.
One dude popped onto social media to ask his 1% friends to hook him up, and that's when the internet took an uncharacteristically shocking turn to support him.
Wow.
They posted stuff like, "You do know that private firefighting is a business, right?
Wow.
And what's wrong with paying for better if you can afford it better?"
There you go. So, as we wind down this hour together, we're going to go through Today Is. How about that, Dan? I think we should just jump on into it.
Why don't we?
It's National Dress Up Your Pet Day.
Oh.
Do you dress up your pet?
Kelly does. She likes to buy little hats and sunglasses and little things.
Do you take little pictures, or do you let the dogs wear them?
Yeah,
all day.
I just look at the dogs and I go, they have no idea how humiliated they look.
Well,
they don't. They do it for us, don't they?
Yeah, I don't think they care really. Old New Year's Day. I don't know what that is. If you prefer Julian calendar or more likely your Orthodox Christian, today is your New Year's Day.
Oh.
Didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
The New Year's Eve changes every 200 years or so it's slightly different.
Oh.
Okay. Next.
Ratification Day.
Mm-hmm.
Commemorated the ratification of the Treaty of Paris in 1784, officially ending the American Revolution and established the United States as a sovereign entity. I have relatives that were in the Revolutionary War, by the way. Feast of the Ass. Nope, not what sounds like. Feast of the Ass was a Christian holiday in France during medieval times, celebrating all the donkeys in the Bible.
Well, there you go. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow for what day?
Hump Day. We'll see you then.
Yep.
Have a great day.